Hi, welcome back to Reading with Money. I'm Money, and today I'm doing the end of the year book tag. Is that the correct tag? Yes, I think it is. The tag was originally created by Ariel Bissett, I think. I'll leave the original tag down below. And I was reminded about this tag by Mary, so I'll leave her recent tag down below as well, because yeah, I watched her video last night and I was like, oh, yes, I could do this right now. It's just a couple of questions to talk about the end of the year and the goals and what we're reading and things like that. Also, I filmed another tag a couple of days ago and my editing software is not letting me export the video for some reason. So I'm gonna try to see if I can edit this one and export it and then maybe refilm the other tag I did. So wish me luck. Anyway, let's start with the first question. Are there any books that you started this year that you need to finish? Technically speaking, I did start Ulysses this summer, and yeah, it's still on my currently reading on Goodreads. I don't know why, because I don't have any plans to, I didn't have any plans to pick it up again this year, but yeah, it's still there. But then again, I've been currently reading the fourth book in Outlander for literal years now, like 5. So once I put a book on my currently reading on Goodreads, then it stays there until I actively decide that I'm just not gonna read it. I also have from last year, I have A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf, and late December, back on my flight home from New York, I started The Passenger by Cormac McCarthy, and I was not in the right headspace to read that book, so yeah, that's still my currently reading, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon, I think, although I do want to get to that. I don't know. And I think that's it. I think. Anyway, so no. Usually once I start a book, I tend to finish it. So yes, I don't know. Question 2 is very hemisphere related, because it says, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I am in Uruguay. I am in the southern hemisphere. And it's spring, although it hasn't seemed to have gotten the memo. I'm wearing a sweater. It's almost November. I don't understand why it's not spring, but still, it's been cold and windy and I hate it. But anyway, we are getting into spring and summer here, so. And I'm not much of a seasonal reader anyway, and I don't have a spring book either. I am, since it's October and I'm participating in Spookoplathon, reading a bunch of mysteries. And I did just read like All's Well by Mona Awad, which was pretty autumnal, I guess. And then I read The Graveyard Book early in October, and that was pretty autumnal, I would say. So I guess the answer is no, but also I did read some autumnal books, but I also don't have any spring books either to fit my hemisphere. This was very rambly, I apologize. Question 3. Is there a new release you're still waiting for? Yes, probably. Let me check my journal. There's one book that like literally came out last week, and that is The Winter Spirits, which is a short story collection from a bunch of authors that I love, including Natasha Pulley, my all-time favorite. But there's also Katrina Ward and who else was there? Jess Kidd, I think, and Susan Stokes Chapman, Bridget Collins, I think, Stuart Turton. Like, it's an like all-star list, and it's supposed to be like Christmassy, spooky stories. It came out last week, and my copy will probably arrive in December, which, you know, will be fine to read in December because there are Christmassy things, but I want to read it now. So yes, I'm waiting on that one, I guess. That's my answer. Next is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? There's a couple of things that I do want to read, and there are series continuations. For example, the Thursday Murder Club book 4, Last Devil to Die, I think it's called. I'll put the picture up here. That came out also a couple of weeks ago, I think. Still haven't gotten to it. It's on my TBR for October. I don't know if I'll get to it, but I definitely want to read that because I adore those 4 old people so much. Then I have probably the thing I'm most excited about for the rest of the year, and that is A Power Unbound, which is the 3rd in the Last Binding series trilogy by Freya Marski. I can never remember how to say the author's name. But anyway, this trilogy has like my whole heart. It's Edwardian London magic meets normal world, and there's queer romances, and I can't wait for the conclusion to this story. I can't. That's definitely one I'm getting to as soon as it comes out. I can't talk. As soon as it comes out, because I can't wait to see how it ends. And what else do I want to read before the end of the year? I don't actually know. You know, I should say that I'm looking at it right now, and that is A History of Wild Places by Sharon Shaw, because I've been saying the whole year that I'm going to read it. I bought it in New York, and I'm like, I have to read it. It's on my physical TBR, but I still haven't got to it. Oh, and my best friend told me that I have to read Perilous Times. Can't remember the author's name, but I'll put the picture up here. This is why I'm doing this. And I think it's an Arthurian legend retelling. I don't know. She said it was brilliant and that I have to read it. So I should probably get to that before the end of the year. Okay, number 5 is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? I mean, anything could happen, but I somehow don't think so, because I think I'm pretty set on what my favorite book of the year is going to be. I think, or at least I have some ideas of like my top 3 maybe. So I don't know. I somehow don't think that anything could top what I think is going to be my favorite book of the year, if that makes sense. A Power Unbound, which is something that I'm very excited about, is like the end of a trilogy. So maybe the whole trilogy can become a favorite after it's done, but I don't think it's going to be like my favorite book of the year. I don't know if that made sense. And finally, have you made any plans for next year? I have tentative plans, because I was talking to my best friend the other day about how usually during the summer I want to tackle a big book, because it's when I have time. Maybe I go to the beach and I carry that big book around or something, and I can read it uninterruptedly, let's say, by work and things. And I don't think I'm ready to tackle Ulysses again. So I was saying how I would like to read something by Dumas, because I haven't read either The Three Musketeers or Count of Monte Cristo, and I adore those stories. I have seen movie adaptations of them. So yes, we said that we might, read them together and do like a whole summer of Alexander Dumas. But I don't know. I still have to get the Count of Monte Cristo. I was like, yeah, I'm sure I have it. And then I go and look at my bookshelves and I have The Three Musketeers and The Man in the Iron Mask and not the Count of Monte Cristo. So I need a copy of that. It's quite easy to get, I think. But anyway, yes, that's one plan. And then, I don't know. I don't think I have any other plans in particular. I do plan to continue reading arcs and maybe do like individual videos or vlogs where I exclusively read arcs. If I can make that work, but I don't know. So yeah, those are my plans. I don't know if you've been here before, but I don't tend to plan my content. I don't have a regular posting schedule. So yes, those are my tentative plans, and I think that's enough for me with, a full-time job. Anyway, that's the tag. Let me know in the comments down below your answers to the questions if you want. What's a book that you're excited about for the end of the year? And yeah, if you do the tag me, because I enjoy watching these things, basically. And consider yourselves tagged if you want to do it. This is a pretty ubiquitous tag at this point on BookTube, so yeah, I don't know why I'm saying this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe to see, I don't know what's coming next. Oh, if I can, the other tag I filmed a couple of days ago. If not, it's probably going to be my TBR video, because there will be one. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, happy reading!